Well guys, long time no see. I think it's gonna happen today. Ish. We're getting the planter out, and not for what you guys might think. We're grabbing some of whatever on earth this stuff is. I guess some fertilizer or something. I don't know. Like I said before guys, I just work here. How much of this do we need? What is this?
This is zinc. We need one of these. The other one has to stay open for something that's not at the flats. I don't know what it's called. A different fertilizer.
So we need the skid steer, don't we?
Yep.
Okay, I'll start this up. And I'll get the hose on. 10-4, 10-4. Don't need that dragging on the ground. It's cold out here, guys. See if the big old 450 will start. Oh, with ease. So it is still too cold, at least in our minds, to be going and planting corn right now. It's very marginal whether or not we should be doing it. So we came down here and we were gonna end up planting some sweet corn. We're gonna risk our luck a little bit with 3 acres of sweet corn with the planter. But we're not very good at this whole farming thing. We're getting the fertilizer all set up that we have here in these totes back there for the sweet corn. And yeah, we forgot gas for the small engine here. So this whole farming thing is a little more complicated than most people think. You gotta remember them little details. Gardening progress, stuff has been being made. Stuff's getting prepped and ready to plant. I actually think we're gonna get some of the cold weather plants in the ground in the garden here. Here's what's been happening. We've been getting all the fertilizer, the organic fertilizer and stuff all spread down here. I believe most of it's pretty organic-ish. We're trying our best. We're not certified organic, but we're doing the steps to make it as best produce for all of our buyers as we possibly can. But we got the fertilizer down. We got a bunch of plastic laid here. We ran out of plastic and someone forgot to bring plastic down. Like I said, this whole farming thing is hard. They got the water wheel over there. I think we're gonna start dropping some plants in here. Those of you that are wondering, we're running drip tape to water all this. Oh, the garden's gonna be big and fun this year. What, Jed? Are you playing down here? You're running the dozer? You want me to play with you? Here, I'll run the blader. This is the blader I used to use. Which one you want me to use? Nope, I can't use that one. Can I use this one? Okay, Himi's gonna go help your daddy, okay? Okay, can I have a high five? Can I get some knucks? There. You have fun, okay? Water wheel stuff is happening. Brandon, you gotta go like 0 miles per hour. Way slower, like as slow as you can possibly go. And then we got the 2 bozos down here planting. As Brandon slowly drives, this tractor needs to be IVT to do this. Slowly drives the IVT tractor. They're dropping in. What are you dropping in? What are you doing?
Corn seed.
You know what you're doing? No, me neither. This is a very well-oiled machine that we have no idea what we're doing. Cameron, stop messing it up. What do you guys think your acre per hour here is? 0.0001? I don't know that our emergence is going to be very well with your seed depth placement. Well guys, yesterday somehow in all the controlled chaos, I lost my camera, it left me and it went home. I don't know what happened. But while we were working in the garden, we ended up getting a load of fertilizer yesterday and I spread a load last night, but now I'm gonna get going here early in the morning and get another load spread today. Hopefully I can get most of the fertilizer spread that we have left done today, because like I've said before in the past, we're no-till farmers, so we end up having to have the rain, get our fertilizer into the ground, and there's forecasted really good chance of rain coming, so I gotta get rolling. Oh, you guys more of a sunrise person or sunset person? I don't know if you can see it back there, this thing, but man, that is a beautiful sunrise, and the moon just left me over there. Got a load of fertilizer. It's an early one this morning, 6:30. Got the spreader full, just off his front hopper. Now I'm gonna pull the semi underneath. Pray we don't hit the auger and it's high enough. Oh, we are not center at all. How did I manage that? The sun was in my eyes, guys. Oh, when I ran over to the truck to shut it off, I don't think I ran fast enough. We only dribbled a little bit down there though. Don't tell Dad. Well, we're on day 3 now of trying to get a video for you guys. It's so hard to get a video when I'm just sitting in one tractor, going back and forth, and literally nothing happens but good things. So, like, that's boring for you guys. And then when my brothers say, yeah, I forgot to bring a camera, and they're actually out doing interesting stuff that they could be recording, I'm like, thanks guys. That helps me none. But today I should be able to get enough footage for a video. Hopefully. I know some of you guys have been waiting for one. It's been a while since I uploaded. I know. Today we are going to get going. They got some sweet corn in with the planter, like I was saying earlier. I didn't record it, sorry. Now we are going to go get some actual field corn out there. But I gotta find what variety we're doing. Actually, it's this one. Nope, not that one. Nope, nope. Oh, here we go. Yes. We need this one, and we need this one. Where's the third one? Okay, I found the variety of corn we're gonna throw into the planter here. Maybe not throw it, maybe we'll conveyor it, right? Like if you just picked it up and just, that'd be a lot of work.
I guess I'm gonna go grab the mini payloader and get those two things out of here. So that way we can shut that door again before the wind really starts picking up.
So this year we are trying something a little different that we usually don't do. We don't believe in putting a whole bunch of extra stuff on the seed and trying to bump yield, and a lot of that I think is just a money scam. It's a matter, at least in our area, what we believe is it's just a matter of if you get rain. If you get rain and you got a seed in the ground, your weeds are under control, you're gonna raise a crop. I mean, that's kind of as simple as it is, at least in our area. Some places, some guys, they can really push some stuff and it probably pays, and maybe some guys with some irrigation pivots, it definitely pays. But this year we were talked into doing something different here. We are treating almost all of our seeds, so all the corn seed in here is all treated with this stuff, Rotella. It's supposed to bump yield apparently, and it's supposed to help grab carbon, I think, and put it into the soil. And then if we actually get the carbon raised in our soil after soil samples, I think some big companies will pay us out to check and we'll get reimbursed for it. But so far, I'm gonna give my honest opinion on this whole thing and the whole process and see if it actually, I think it makes a difference or not. So far, it's kind of a pain in the butt. This is the seed treater to put the treatment on, and yeah, it's been interesting. Hopefully it actually improves yield and works out great for us, but we'll see. Well, filling the planter now, and I volunteered myself to do the less windy job. It is blowing today. This right here is how we build the corn planter. I know we need a seed tender, but this works. It actually works pretty darn good. We just kind of got to drag everything around. A seed tender would be ideal, but money only goes so far, and this has just been, it works. Now Brandon moves the conveyor to the other hopper. I'm gonna jump in the payload and grab the other seed box, or what do you call these things? I'm gonna call them a seed box. I know there's a proper name for them, but I can't think of it right now. Officially happening, we're going farming, and not just little garden stuff. We're going big time farming. BTOs, Cameron.
Oh yeah.
So far right here is what we have planted, is this little patch of sweet corn. We have this 30-acre field here that's all low bottom and is very wet, and every year raises an insane crop. So we figured this would be a good spot for sweet corn, since we really can't water it and stay wet enough. I think we're shooting for 16,000 population of the sweet corn, really low, so we can get a good cob. I think Brandon said it ended up doing like 19 because the singulation was just not there. Sweet corn doesn't want to go through a planter very well. Oh, I found one. That does not look like a normal kernel. I never actually helped him with this at all, but we'll put it back in there and put a little bit of this wet dirt on it. These probably aren't the best planting conditions.
Made it to the field with the planter, but Preston and Cameron forgot to bring the fertilizer trailer. So now we have to wait. But in the meantime, we're gonna get this thing unfolded. Frame control, easy fold. Start easy fold, and then here's hold number 1. Does everything for you. Unfolding complete. Done. Plant mode. Frame weight distribution on.
You guys know every first day you got all them problems, or you just forget something. In this case, we forgot something. We drove all the way to the field, 17 miles down, and we realized we forgot the fertilizer trailer. So back home we came, Cameron and I came to pick this up. Don't judge me too hard, guys. It's my first time farming. Well, Brandon, we made it. It's my first time farming. Give me a little slack. Jed, it's windy out here.
The car. The car.
Really?
The car is stuck.
The car is stuck? I almost drenched you. To give it more power, we gotta drive fast.
Oh, it is doing 11 right now. What the hell?
They're cruising. You know, you said this wasn't gonna work.
Got good gauge wheel contact, you just don't got good singulation.
98%, and apparently that's not good singulation.
You want it green, not yellow.
Oh, well, there it's green.
82 acres an hour right now.
Dang. Oh, it's so windy. Yeah, second thought, let's not check them. That looks good. It's windy out here. Well, there's some rows. We got corn on the ground. Brandon, there's a garden there. We probably don't want to hit that. Guys, right next to us here, we're planting next to one of our very large gardens that we're gonna be selling in farmers markets this summer. There's gonna be a lot of manual labor next to me here this summer.
Right now, the tractor going around this curve is 30 inches off, and the planter is like 1 to 0 inches off. Going around this curve here. Oh my goodness, she's not happy about that curve. Right now we're doing a boundary track, going around the outside of the field, and I'm not steering the very first pass along the edge. No markers, like Preston said, all auto steer. Here comes another sharp curve, but we're gonna be nice person and straighten it out so it's easier to combine. So we're just gonna keep going straight. Look at that, perfectly along the edge.
Yeah, that is not a straight row. Now that we got to the end, we cut it, go back to that end, and repeat the process. We only got a little bit left here to lay, and then it's all ready for planting whenever that time comes. Some stuff we're gonna plant later on in the season. You got that done yet, Cameron? It's windy out here.
Yep.
Don't even have it planted yet, and we've already got critters messing with it. Deer poking holes in it by walking on it. Oh, I feel like this is probably going to be a never-ending battle all year. So as you guys obviously see back here, we're laying down fabric to help control weeds for when we're growing, because we want to be as organic as possible. We're not going to be certified organic, but pretty close to it. What we're laying down here is a biodegradable plastic, I guess you could say. So that is never a good sign, seeing the planter folded up. That must mean something's not working.
Especially when he's going to the pickup with all the tools.
Yeah. What'd you wreck already?
Every nozzle body needs to be clean, so I need the hydrant.
Oh.
Every single one's beeping at me now.
Nice, so you're trying to get through.
Yeah.
So you didn't break it, but you just wrecked it.
Yep. Yeah.
What is it we're doing?
Gotta take every single one of these apart.
Every single one of those.
Every
How many
single.
of those are there?
There's 24 of them.
Why?
So,
Why?
they're all sticky from the fertilizer last year. I didn't get them cleaned enough. So pliers, pull this out, just straight out. You grab this, you pull it straight out, and this yellow cover turns off. Now when you put this yellow cover back on, you have to use the wrench in there because this has a specific torque.
So I'm
be a long
basically
process.
guaranteed to mess this up. No, pulling out!
You put this fancy socket on the end, it'll grab those notches there, turn them together then until it clicks.
Well, I got one done. One of way too many. Get back here! At least it's not windy out.
I know, right?
Well, me and Brandon took apart every single nozzle body on this thing and got them all cleaned apart, cleaned up, scrubbed down. He's gonna take it out and try again. I'm gonna go help in the garden down there. So not only have we been planting sweet corn with the corn planter here, we also planted 3 rows of sweet corn down here with the water wheel, or 4 rows I guess. All 4 of these I believe. all sweet corn that's growing and ready to go. I think we also have potatoes in down here already. All the onions are in. I think we're throwing cabbage in today. This here is how we're gonna water it. We're working on getting it all set up. Right where Brandon and I were up there, there's a well that we were using to scrub down the planter. Now we're gonna pipe the water down from there, and then each line that runs down has a hose that's called drip tape. So you hook it up to this, you attach it to this hose here, and then you do the thing and it's kablamo, you turn a valve and then it's watering. If that makes sense. It doesn't to me, but. Hey Mason, at least it's not windy.
Yeah.
After we got all those things cleaned out, which really dried out my hands, got up and going, but I wasn't keeping a good rate of 5 gallons to the acre. Could not figure it out. I have auto pulse mode on. Everything was right, but it just wouldn't work. I forgot that when I tested it up by the garden, or up by the spigot, when we cleaned it all, turned the pump on from behind the planter and up and down the pressure. I had the pressure turned up too high back there. I bumped it up and I didn't turn it back down to the middle setting. Everything's green though. Stuff is working.
So you guys know how we spent the however long, Brandon and I, cleaning out all the things of the
Nozzle bodies.
on the planter, thinking it was from last year. Well, Brandon cleaned this filter too. He did what, 80 acres? This is the filter now from the planter. That stuff is rock solid. What would be causing that? Trying to get a hold of the agronomist and see what's going on here. We're mixing what the heck is it?
Water with an habit P and zinc.
Yeah, if you heard him. We got a hold of the agronomist and we're talking with him, and apparently the fertilizer that we have, it's a new this year. You're supposed to mix it a certain way. You're supposed to put the water all in first and then the fertilizer, otherwise it creates some chemical reaction and is like battery acid. So yeah, Brandon and I are now bringing the planter home, seeing if we can get the chocolate ice cream that is splooged up in the planter cleaned out. Well, Brandon pulled the planter to the north end of the shop because we got an insane south wind today. It is almost unbearable outside. You can't even stand up. So now we got the pressure washer up here. He's working on taking some of it apart. The lines and everything are just plug solid like that filter looked like I was showing you. You got all kinds of tools. What do you want me to take? The ratchet? Nope, don't have the ratchet. Oh, use the ratchet now? Okay, got it. We'll fix with this. Oh, moment of truth. What does the tank look like? Well, that doesn't look horrible. We thought there was sludge in there, but that doesn't look very sludgy to me. I'll pressure wash her out though, since I got the hose here. Well, we think we got all the fittings by the pump up front there all cleaned out. Got the tank cleaned out and I put hot water in it now. So now we're trying to run steaming hot water through all the lines to get them to hopefully work. Some of them might be having issues. We're not getting pressure back to any of our nozzle bodies. It won't keep pressure and it keeps letting it go. I don't know if the pump's burned out because that filter was so plugged or what. Oh, I think we found out the problem. Holy smokes. I think it was airlocked. I think there's just a bunch of air in the system, and once I took that apart and let all that air out, now it wants to work. Oh. So at least the pump is not shot. That's good, right? I always look at the bright side. Are you struggling, Brandon?
Yes, I need 3 hands.
Well, I got 2 of them that I can't use because I got to hold the camera and look good. So, wow, we did a full rinse and all the hot water I shoved in there. I think we're in business. There's a few nozzle bodies we got to clean, like this one, since it's still squirting out. Apparently that means that it's plugged, so gotta get that ripped apart. Well, we got all the orifices, I think is what you call them, taken back apart a second time today and cleaned out. Now I'm just kind of pressure washing off whatever got all full of fertilizer so it doesn't start rusting. This is a new planter as of last year and kind of want to keep it that way.